My name is Niasha Russell, and I am an end-of-life doula and a certified grief counselor. Today, I am at Milton Fields Natural Burial Grounds, and we are going to explore green burials, what it is, what that means, and how it is different from a conventional burial. A lot of people have heard the term, but oftentimes they don't know the specifics around what it means. Today, we're going to take a closer look. Y'all, I am headed out to the green burial site today. I am excited, looking forward to it, to learning. I've just arrived at Milton Fields Natural Burial Ground. It's about 45 minutes north of the city of Atlanta in Milton, Georgia. And this natural burial ground has been here since 2009. I'm scheduled to meet with Jim, the owner, in just a few minutes, so I'm going to pull in, find a place to park, get my equipment together, connect with him, and then we'll jump right into our conversation. I'm here with Jim Bell, the owner of Milton Fields, who has agreed to talk with us and explain how green burial works in practice. For someone, Jim, who hears the term green burial for the first time, how do you normally explain what a green burial is and how it differs from a conventional burial?
No vaults, no embalming, biodegradable casket. Caskets are only allowed that are biodegradable. Plywood, cardboard, pine boxes, shrouds, that kind of thing. No metal caskets are allowed at all.
Okay.
They discourage caskets made out of exotic woods like mahogany.
Okay.
No concrete vaults are allowed either.
Okay.
So it has to be biodegradable to be allowed to be buried here.
So bamboo, anything natural.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. And where do people get shrouds from? Do they make them? Do you offer them here, or?
We don't sell anything at funeral home sells.
Okay.
So people can bring their favorite blanket if they want to, or the funeral home can sell them a shroud or wrap them in it. But we don't sell anything at funeral home sell. That's the funeral home job to what they call casket the body.
Okay.
Get ready to be buried.
Okay. And they just bring it here. How is the body delivered to the grounds?
A hearse usually.
Okay, a hearse.
We had one family want to bring the body here in a pickup truck. They did so, but they had to pay a funeral director to stand there because that's the law.
Okay. Can you walk us through what the process typically looks like from the time someone dies to burial here?
Sure. Georgia law requires a licensed funeral director to be present at closing of grave. So you can bring your loved one's body out here in a pickup truck, but you have to pay a funeral director to stand there and do nothing. So most people use the full service of a funeral director. They pick up the body, take it to the funeral home, put it in a casket or shroud, then bring it up here. We open and close the grave. We have the grave open, tent and chairs, and we stay in the grave is closed, funeral directors leave.
They have ceremonies here on site?
Different religions have different ones. In the Jewish community, the rabbi blesses a specific spot, not the whole section. Same thing as the Catholic priest blesses the exact spot the person is buried in.
Jim, people often have questions about cost. How do green burial costs generally compare to conventional burials? And what factors tend to affect that?
It's a lot cheaper because you're not embalming the body.
Mm-hmm.
You're not burying $1,000 ball,
Okay.
concrete ball. And generally speaking, the caskets or shrouds are less expensive.
Okay. Okay. Can you point out what makes this site and this approach different from a traditional cemetery?
Well, we don't use vaults at all, so depending on what kind of casket or shroud you use, the grades, particularly after heavy rain, sink a little bit.
Okay.
And we just add more dirt to it.
Okay. Okay.
We try to determine what the funeral home is going to bring. If there's shroud, we leave more dirt. If it's a heavy, big casket, wooden casket, we take away more dirt.
And let me ask you this, the depth at which you bury someone here, is it
Change now.
Oh, tell me about that.
These grave diggers dig the same depth of grave no matter where they are.
Okay. So it's 6 feet?
No, that's a bit.
Oh, 4 feet. About 4 feet. Okay. Okay. And what about
4.5?
4.5. 4.5. And what about headstones?
Well, we allow 1 foot by 2 foot flat granite markers,
Okay.
which are natural for Georgia, of course.
Okay. So headstones, the traditional ones, are not allowed at a green burial site.
Upright's not allowed.
Upright. Okay. And do they have to be granite?
Yes.
Okay.
We don't allow any brass plaques or anything like that.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And granite's about as natural as you can get around here.
Okay. I really enjoyed my time here at Milton Fields Natural Burial Ground and learning more about green burial from Jim. As he explained, green burial is a simpler approach to burial. No embalming, no casket, and the use of natural materials that allow the body to return to the earth naturally. For many families, it's an option that reflects a desire for simplicity, environmental awareness, and a deeper connection to the land. After our conversation wrapped up, Jim had a few other things he needed to take care of here on the grounds, and I headed back home reflecting on what I had learned. Green burial may not be widely discussed, but it's one of several ways people are beginning to rethink what end-of-life care can look like. And if it's something you're curious about, it might be worth exploring what options exist in your own community.